Then I let me in the door. Then I gave your boy a chance, now the youngin' finna blow. It's a shame finna put the game in the figure four. Youngin' fresh from out that bottom.
Yo, welcome back to my channel. Before we get into it, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, man. You ain't gonna like, you ain't gotta comment, but I do appreciate it if you did someone if you're new. Now, in this video, I'm gonna be talking about Attack on Titan, but in particular, I'm going to be talking about Attack on Titan manga chapter 139 and explaining how Eren's death explains the origins to the Titans. Now, one of the things that I do wish that Isayama would have done is basically giving us more answers about the parasite, because to be honest, we don't really know too much about the parasite. Now, I did read somewhere, I don't know how true it is, but I did read somewhere saying that in the new guidebook for Attack on Titan, it explains a little bit more about the parasite, but it doesn't really answer all our questions that we have for the parasite. Like, how did it even obtain the power of the Titans in the first place? How did it end up under Ymir's tree? Who the fuck put it there? How long has it been there for? Those are questions that I thought was going to be answered by the end of Attack on Titan, but it seemed like Isayama left it open for us to theorize about, which is cool, but it's kind of disappointing at the same time, because it's like, this is the shit that started everything. You would think that Isayama would use the parasite to answer a lot of questions, but he didn't. And that is something that Isayama has always been doing throughout the whole entire story of Attack on Titan, basically introducing something and then partially explaining it, just for us to theorize about it and to keep us talking about Attack on Titan. Now, after reading chapters 138 and chapter 139, I truly feel like Isayama didn't really know what he wanted to do regarding the parasite. I feel like he had a plan for it, but somewhere down the line he scrapped that shit, because we all know that Isayama changed the ending multiple times. So that could include changing what he originally had planned out for the parasite, because the way how Isayama wrote the parasite at the end, it makes it seem like the parasite really didn't need to be shown ever again after it was shown coming out of Eren's body. And it also makes it seem like all the build up and all the focus that the parasite was being given was for nothing, when all you had to do was have Eren be killed by Mikasa in front of Ymir, and then the shit died off camera. But to be honest, because of the fact that we didn't see it die off camera, that kind of leaves the door open for us to theorize about what actually happened to the parasite, which is something that I'm looking forward to explaining later on in this video. Now, what I thought that Isayama was going to do with the parasite is basically, now that Eren had got his head shot off by Gabby, and then Zeke catching Eren's head, granting Zeke and Eren access to the Titan paths, and then Eren connecting to Ymir just like how the parasite did, Ymir would then give Eren full access to the power of the Founding Titan, and then the parasite would do exactly what the fuck it did for Ymir for Eren. It's going to react off of Eren wanting to survive. It's going to expose itself by reaching out to Eren and then connecting to him and creating an undying body just like how it did for Ymir. All in front of Gabby, by the way. That would then give Gabby the idea like, okay, maybe this is how Eldians become Titans, this fucking parasite. Gabby will then remember that later on and say, maybe the parasite is what the Founding Titan really is. If we can find a way to expose that parasite once again and then find a way to kill it, maybe we can stop the rumbling that way. And that is exactly what the fuck they do. Now that the parasite and Eren is disconnected from each other, the parasite begins to act on its own because it wants to return to its undying body, which is Eren. Then the parasite begins to release its own Titan fluid in the form of a gas, just like how Zeke did to Connie's village. The parasite will then manipulate Falco's scream and use his scream to transform everybody into fucking Titans. Now, this is what the fuck I thought was gonna happen and what should have happened. Falco should have realized what the fuck he just did. Now that Mikasa was off of Falco's back and in Eren's mouth, literally, I want to believe that Levi was in the air or he was standing on top of Armin. But either way you see it, nobody was on Falco's back anymore. Falco should have turned around and noticed that Reiner, Peck, and Annie is getting fucking jumped. Now, first of all, Falco should have already wanted to do something about it, because he is the one that put them in that position to get jumped. Not on purpose, but still though, he should have felt responsible for it. He should have swooped down and attacked the parasite. The parasite kept getting compared to a worm or a centipede. He's a fucking bird. Perfect ass lineup. And also know that the parasite was using Titan hardening in order to protect itself, because that's how it survived Armin's blast. The only people that's on the battlefield that can physically harm the parasite, or at least hold the parasite off, is Reiner and Falco. Having Falco kill the parasite would have made a lot of fucking sense. It would have not only cleared his character arc, but seeing the power of the Titans disappear off of Falco killing the parasite would have showed us like, okay, this parasite is what actually started everything. But instead, the parasite most likely got killed off camera, all because of Ymir's saying Mikasa killed Eren. And it's not like the shit that I'm saying goes against what Isayama had gave us for the ending to Attack on Titan, because it don't. To be honest, it lined up so perfect to the point where it seems like this is what the fuck supposed to had happened. But we all know that Isayama changed the ending multiple times, and that could also include changing things for certain characters, like Falco. You still could have had Ymir smiling at Mikasa killing Eren, and you definitely could have still had that dumbass conversation that Armin and Eren has about Mikasa's feelings, instead of Armin being mad at Eren for destroying the world. You still could have had that dumbass shit. The only difference is that everything will be going back to normal, all because of Falco killing that parasite. But like I said earlier in the video, not seeing the parasite get killed leaves the door open for us to theorize about what actually happened to the parasite. Now, we all know that Eren gets killed, and according to the new guidebooks for Attack on Titan, Eren allowed himself to be killed, which means that he died on purpose, obviously. For some reason, the rumbling went from trying to end the cycle of hatred to just wanting to cause more fucking hate. For some reason, Eren only cared about his friends living long lives instead of the whole entire Eldian race that live on Paradise Island living long lives, which didn't seem like the case because Sasha got killed and then Hanji got killed. And he also said that he wouldn't take a gamble, and he also said that the outside world wishes for the destruction of Paradise Island, and that he's doing the rumbling to reject that wish. But then it turns out that he is doing a gamble, and that he's entrusting the last 20% of humanity that live outside the walls to a motherfucker named Armin to try to form some type of peace, which was not going to fucking work in the first place. Now, it would have worked with the people that actually seen them save the fucking world, but it would have not worked with the people that didn't see any of that even happen. All they seen was that a bunch of colossal titans popped up, destroyed their homes, and then dipped. That's all the fuck they see. Like I said, the rumbling went from ending the cycle of hatred to just causing more hate. And then this motherfucking Isayama got the nerve to troll about it, talking about some, oh, I thought that Armin would be able to come up with a plan. Like, motherfucker, you're the one that's writing this shit, Isayama. What the fuck are you talking about? Armin can come up with a plan. Bitch, write him coming up with a plan then. Isayama is a big ass troll, and he did this shit on purpose. And the thing about it, he don't give a fuck, so I don't give a fuck. So Eren allowed himself to be killed because he wanted his friends to be looked at as the heroes that saved humanity. Now, the only way how they would be able to have a chance to achieve some type of peace is if the biggest problem that the Eldians had was gone, which is the power of the Titans. Now, in one of my previous videos, I had explained how Eren didn't really get rid of the power of the Titans, and that he just faked that shit. Eren took away his friend's ability to transform into Titans, right? Now, Eren doing that gets foreshadowed in chapter 133. When Armin asked Eren, why is he still allowing them to use the power of the Titans, as if he could just take it away anytime that he wants to, which is what he does in chapter 139. I also pointed out in a previous video that when everything goes back to normal, the only person that still has Titan markings on his face is Eren, meaning that he still is a Titan shifter. The reason why I know that Eren is still alive, and the reason why I know that Eren still has the power of the Titans, is because he uses the power of the Titans to control a bird to wrap that scarf around Mikasa again at the end of chapter 139. Meaning that Eren is still alive inside the Titan paths, free as a motherfucker, by the way. Now, I have made a video explaining how to get rid of the power of the Titans. The easiest way, and what I said in that video, is basically all you have to do is not have anybody inside the fucking Titan paths. Knowing that everything comes from the Titan paths, and that somebody has to be inside the paths, creating Titans and sending them through paths just so that Eldians can become Titans. One of the questions that we always had after Ymir was free was who the fuck was creating the Titans. I predicted that Zeke was the one creating the Titans in Ymir's place. But then Armin had freed Zeke, and then Ymir went back to creating the Titans. She most likely created Armin's Colossal Titan and all the Titans that Zeke had woken up inside the path. And then she also transformed Eren again after his founding Titan body had got blown up by Armin's Colossal Titan transformation. So the reason why Eren had transformed into that founding Colossal Titan form is because of Ymir. So she transformed Eren again because we obviously know that she is trying to push Mikasa to kill Eren because she wanted to see if Mikasa can free herself from this toxic ass relationship that she has with Eren, I guess. I don't fucking know. And most likely, if Mikasa would have never killed Eren, then Ymir would just have kept transforming Eren over and over and over again until she had finally decided to kill Eren. which is fucking crazy if you think about it. So to be honest, Eren kind of was a fucking puppet to Ymir if you want to think about it. But what I'm trying to say is that you need somebody inside paths. Now that Ymir is gone, the freest motherfucker has now became the founder of the path, which is Eren motherfucking Yeager. Now, in one of Isayama's new interviews, he said that he had a panel showing Eldians being tested if they could become Titans or not. Now, if that panel had ended up in chapter 139, the reason why they was not becoming Titans is because Eren motherfucking Yeager is now the founder of the paths, and he is not creating not one single motherfucking Titan. He's just sitting in that bitch, free as a motherfucker. Like I said, not having anybody inside the paths to create Titans is the easiest way to get rid of the power of the Titans. But the thing is, like I said, Eren is just sitting in that motherfucker, not creating anything. But that's not the only way how you can get rid of the power of the Titans. The other way that Eldians can become Titans is if they come in contact with the fucking parasite. As we can clearly see, the parasite has the ability to create its own Titans. And it also created an undying body for Ymir by just touching her. And it most likely did the same thing to Eren when he first transformed into his founder Titan form. Because we all know that Ymir was free at the time. So I know damn well she not creating a Titan at that point. She opened her fucking eyes for the first time. And I know for a fact that Zeke didn't just give up and became a slave to Eren and Ymir that fucking fast. I would like to think that he did that over time. Now, saying all that, Eren doesn't just have to become the founder and to just sit inside the palace to make sure that nobody become a Titan anymore. He also has to get rid of the fucking parasite. Like I said earlier in the video, not being able to see the parasite die on camera, that leaves the door open for us to theorize about the parasite. So where the fuck did Eren put the parasite? Just to make sure that nobody comes in contact with the parasite while Armin is trying to create this peace for the Eldians that live on Paradise Island. It makes fucking sense. Now, knowing that Eren's head get buried under the same tree that he always goes to sleep under, and knowing that the power of the Titans still linger around inside his head, and knowing that his tree grows to resemble Ymir's tree and that the power of the Titans lay dormant inside of it. Meaning that Eren's head is now the new parasite reincarnated. Now, the reason why Eren's tree grew to resemble Ymir's tree is because if you go back to the first season, when Eren had saved Mikasa and Armin from cannon fire, after being saved, Armin looked down and saw that a flower appeared out of nowhere. And he questioned how it got there, right? Now, the reason why that flower appeared out of nowhere is because when Eren transformed at that direct spot, that flower had came in contact with the power of the Titan, and all it did was speed up the flower's growth, meaning that the flower was always there. It just wasn't growing yet. So Eren's tree is doing the same thing. It's in direct contact with the power of the Titans because of Eren's head still having the power of the Titans lingering inside of it, right? Which is why his tree grows to resemble Ymir's tree. Now, saying all of that shit, don't you think that Ymir's tree did the same fucking thing, but just in a different way? Instead of somebody being buried there, the parasite itself that already has the power of the Titans inside of it is buried there. And who the fuck do you think put it there? Eren motherfucking Yeager. Think about it. Eren is the only person that was able to see Ymir's whole entire life, from the time that she became a slave to the time that she fucking died. So he would know exactly where to put the parasite at and when to put it there. And most likely he put it there 50 to 100 years, maybe even more, before Ymir is even fucking born. Now, if I'm right about this theory, which I most likely am because this shit make a lot of sense. You know what I'm saying? It makes a lot of fucking sense. So I think I'm right. If I'm right about this theory, that means that Eren isn't only the reason why he gets the power, but he's the reason why Ymir gets the power, and he's the reason why all this shit even fucking happened. That's fucking crazy. Now, the thing is, why would he want this shit to happen again? Right? Now, in one of Isayama's new interviews that I am going to talk about in one of my future videos, but in Isayama's new interview, he said that Attack on Titan at first was being built up on a time reset, right? A time loop. But he wrote it off because he thought that nobody would like it. Which is true because a lot of people don't like the fact that Eren is living his life over and over and over again. But in my opinion, I like that shit because it's like Eren trying to figure out the best path for him, you know? And he's resetting things from a distant future that he already fucking lost in. Like I said earlier in this video, in one of Isayama's new interviews, he said that Eren allowed himself to be killed, meaning that he died on purpose. Meaning that he lost on purpose. Just wait. I'm gonna piece all this shit together. Now, like I said earlier in the video, Eren is alive inside the paths. and he still has the power of the Titans within inside of him. He's the new founder of the Paths. And to be honest, I think I want to do a video explaining what the Paths is. Because when Eren is there, he's powerful as fuck. He can do shit that you wouldn't even see him doing. And he will be manipulating shit the whole entire time that he's there. When he gets to the Titan Paths, think of him as he's jumping out of the timeline, right? And he's able to now see everything from outside the timeline, which is the fucking branches on the trees. He's able to see every fucking path that every Titan shifter go through. Just think about what he can do. He's the founding Titan. And now that Ymir is gone, and he now has full access to the founding Titan because of him giving Ymir a choice to pick him over the royal family members, meaning that he doesn't need to be in contact with someone who is a member of the royal family. At this point in time, Eren can do whatever the fuck he wants, and nobody is in his way. And he has all the time in the world to keep resetting shit over and over and over again to find the best possible path, right? Now, like I said, in one of Isayama's new interview, he said that Attack on Titan was based off of a time loop at first, but he wrote it off because he thought that nobody would like it. But he kept some elements of a time loop inside the whole entire series of Attack on Titan. So it's up to the fucking fans to decide if it's a time loop or not. So if you think Attack on Titan is a time loop, then it's a fucking time loop. But if you think that Attack on Titan is not a time loop, then it's not a time loop. In my opinion, a time loop would explain every fucking thing. How the fuck do you think that Eren gets the power in the first place if he's supposed to be there to make sure that he gets the power? So who the fuck put him in the position to get the power in the first place for him to be in a position to make sure he get the power in? Like it's confusing. I confuse my fucking damn self. But all you have to know is that the Eren that lost in the manga in this distant future, who lost on purpose, is the one that's manipulating shit where he's the most freest. So this Eren that lost in this distant future set up another Eren to get the power. And then that Eren set up another Eren to get the power. Why the fuck do you think he want the same shit to happen over and over and over again if he already lived through this shit? It's because he's preparing to do a time reset. So when he does do a time reset, everything is already set in stone for him. Everything is already put in place. Ymir coming in contact with the parasite, put in place. Eren's mother getting eaten by a Titan, put in place. Eren getting the power, put in place. Everything that Eren has gone through is already set in fucking stone. And he made it like that himself. To make things clearer, basically, right? Eren goes from being the one that has his life already set up for him to being the Eren that has to set his path up again. And basically, he's doing this shit over and over and over again. Like, it's crazy. It's fucking crazy. Now, if Isayama was smart, and if Isayama has some smart motherfuckers around him, we already know that he doesn't really have smart-ass people that's interviewing him because they asking him dumb-ass questions. If I was interviewing Isayama, I would break him the fuck down. But if Isayama was smart, knowing that Attack on Titan was first based off of a time loop, right? Knowing that Eren allowed himself to be killed on purpose, what if he did all this shit on purpose just to see if Armin's plan would work out? He gave Armin the time that they didn't have, and he took the excuse for hitting Eldians away, which was the power of the Titans. Armin bitch ass kept complaining about, oh, we need time to understand each other. Bitch, we don't have time. Well, I just gave you time, and you still failed to protect Paradise Island because you cared about protecting the world more than your own fucking people. So now that Eren is alive inside the paths, and he most likely seen Paradise Island get destroyed, he know that Armin's plan will never fucking work. He now know that he has to completely destroy the whole entire world and possibly sacrifice his friends in order to save the whole entire Eldian race that lives on Paradise Island. Now, I know that a lot of people don't like the idea of Eren killing his friends, but I'm not talking about Eren killing his friends directly. I'm talking about indirectly killing them, like how he did his mother. You're telling me that Eren can indirectly kill his mother, but he can't indirectly kill his friends? Come on now. Eren is doing the rumbling. Hanji died from the rumbling, but Eren didn't directly kill the bitch. He indirectly killed Hanji. You know what I'm saying? Like, he still killed her. In one of Isayama's new interviews, he said that Levi was supposed to die, but he wrote it off. And you want to know something? In one of my prediction videos, I predicted Levi to fucking die. I said, like, yo, he's gonna die. Like, it's going to be impactful as fuck. But for some reason, Isayama didn't feel like it was going to be impactful enough. So he wrote it off. I was like, yo, Levi was supposed to die. How is he even still alive? But if Levi would have died, then Eren would have indirectly killed Levi. He still fucking killed him. The reason why Eren's friends dying makes the most sense because it's not about them. It's not about them. It ended up being about them at the end of Attack on Titan, but the whole entire series, it's not about them. It's about the people that comes after them, to make sure that the people that comes after them doesn't go through the same shit that they go through. It's not about Mikasa, Armin bitch ass, or anybody. It's not about Eren himself. It's about his story-ass fucking baby. It's about Falco. It's about Gabby and everybody after them. It's not about Mikasa, Eren, or Armin, or none of them living long lives. It's not about them. They were supposed to be sacrificed. Everybody liked Eren so fucking much, but I don't think people really realize how bad of a person Eren is and how bad of a commander Eren is. This motherfucker will literally tell you to give up your dream and fucking die. It's not about you. Fucking suck it up. It's not about you. But like I said, for some reason, the rumbling went from ending the cycle of hatred to just being about Eren's friends. For some fucking reason. And now the whole entire fucking cycle is about to happen again. Now, what do that tell you? That means Eren choosing his friends was another mistake that he had made, just like the same mistake that he made in the first season to entrust his comrades to take out Andy, and it got them all fucking killed. The only difference is with this mistake is that his friends, only his friends, had long lives. But I don't think that we can say the same thing about their families that they left behind. The whole point of Eren even giving his friends long lives was just to see if they can achieve peace and understanding with Armin's way. If they wasn't able to accomplish that, then what's the point of even keeping them alive? Eren was supposed to sacrifice his friends. Throughout the whole entire story of Attack on Titan, Eren had a problem understanding why he couldn't save his friends. But as he developed as a character, he was starting to understand that his friends dying allowed them to get to the ocean. It was a big ass sacrifice, but it got them to the ocean. Look at the way how Eren reacted to Sauce's death. He felt bad about it, but it is what it is. The bitch had to be sacrificed. It is what it is. We got the founding Titan and a Titan with royal blood, all because Sasha died. You feel me? A small sacrifice, but a big ass accomplishment. If Eren wanted to end the cycle of hatred, and if he wanted everybody on Paradise Island to experience true freedom, then his friends needs to be sacrificed. It is what it is. Like I said, it wasn't about them at first, but for some reason, Isayama made it about them. So the Eren that lost on purpose in the manga now knows that Paradise Island will be destroyed if they go Armin's way, which is the understanding and peaceful route. If Eren truly cares about ending the cycle of hatred, then he will do one last time reset, and he will set everything up for the Eren that is in the anime, which is the Eren that does not wake up to Mikasa saying see you later. That being taken out is very, very fucking big. Because of the things that happen inside that dream that Mikasa and Eren has, is how Mikasa gains her motivation to kill Eren. So him not seeing that in the anime, does that mean that she is not going to kill him? Or does that mean that Eren might kill her instead? Indirectly, of course. Not directly, but indirectly. If Isayama is smart, he would fucking do that. Because let's be honest, no matter how realistic this ending is, Eren died for no reason. He did. He died for no fucking reason. Hanji died for no reason. Flock died for no reason. A lot of people died for no reason. His mother died for no fucking reason. His father died for no... Like, there's a lot of motherfuckers that died for no reason. For real. Like, Eren that's how bad Eren needs to win. Because if Eren does not win at the end, then everything is for no fucking reason. And him understanding that was a part of his character development. But then we get to chapter 139 and all of that shit just thrown away. All his character development thrown away. He does the same mistake that he does in the first season. Eren didn't learn anything in trusting everything to his friends. He should have killed them bitches. He killed his mother for this shit. I can't get over that. Like, if I did that, these bitches gotta die. Like, he cared about these motherfuckers more than his mother. That is crazy to me. But this is the end of the video. You ain't gotta comment, but I do appreciate it if you did someone if you're new. And I'm out, bruh.